Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. It's Polyester here, and this is my second YouTube channel, Funko Pops, in which I talk about things that are going on with my hobby of collecting Funko Pops, which I'm very passionate about. Wait a minute, why is there a hole in the wall there? There's a figure missing. I remember. It has to do with today's video. So I have been collecting toys in general for about 20 years now. Action figures, Hot Wheels, many different things in the collectibles world. But I've always strived to find what I could on store shelves for retail price, or swap with people at toy shows, things like that, and not very hesitant to pay over retail price for things. I always told myself, well, I don't want to pay that much money. I'll find something that is of equal value and trade up to get the thing that I want. I've always had that approach for it. I've never really spent more than $100 on any given toy. Well, that all changed recently. So if any of you watched my collector challenge video and you're familiar with my collection and things that I talked about that I have bought recently, you're like, wait a minute, that Ghostface isn't Polly's most valuable Funko Pop. That's not right. And I shot that video before I made the purchase of what I like to call the holy grails of horror. So I'm always looking on Kijiji trying to find people who are parting out items in their collection, and I ran across this lady who was parting out some very desirable figures, but they also came with very high price tags. And I tossed and turned over whether I should bite on the figures at that price, and I thought, will I ever be able to find something or buy something that has enough of a chance to increase in value to match the price of those figures and trade for them? What should I do? And I talked it over with my wife, and so what it was is it was 5 figures that the lady wanted $1,500 for. Remember, I'm in Canada, so 1,500 Canadian dollars is worth about 10 bucks US, right? No, it's about $1,200 US for $1,500 Canadian. And so I have a very open relationship with my wife as far as finances and things like that. We don't keep secrets from each other because it's just not healthy for a relationship to keep secrets from your spouse. So I had told her that I was interested in these figures and I was considering spending $1,500 on 5 Funko Pop figures, to which she replied, "Are you out of your mind? Have you lost your mind? We've gone from you picking up the odd figure here in the store for $15 to you spending $1,500 on 5 figures. Have you lost your mind?" And yeah, I think I might have lost my mind. I mean, look how many Funko Pops I have. I think I've lost my mind. Please send help. Send help, please, somebody. I can't control it anymore. No, I can quit whenever I want. Anyway, so I told her, I know this is a lot of money, but this is like a once-in-a-lifetime shot for me to probably get all these figures from at once from somebody, and they're, going to be the jewels in my collection, and this isn't going to be like a recurring thing where I'm asking to spend this kind of money on figures like this. It's just a one-shot thing. She was like, ugh. So we compromised on how she was gonna give permission for me to spend that much money from our savings on those 5 figures. And so I did. I asked the lady if she would consider reducing the price if I bought all 5 of them. She had a whole list of figures, many of them that I wasn't interested in or I already had. And so I said, if I buy these top 5, can you give me a deal? And she's like, well, it's already a pretty good price, so I'll knock off $100, $1,400 Canadian, take it or leave it, which is like $1,100 US funds. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. So my friend John, he said, you're crazy. I think you're overpaying. You can probably get these one piece at a time off of eBay if you're patient and you watch you can pick them off here and there and get them cheaper, but I thought, yeah, but then we have to do shipping to Canada, then I have to worry about paying customs duty taxes to receive them, and then I'm not seeing them in person, and who knows what the condition of them is going to be like, and we have to be careful of fakes. And would I really do that? Would I really take the time to watch eBay and pick one off here and there just to grind and save a few dollars? I probably wouldn't. I probably would just not get these pieces in my collection. So I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So went through with the purchase, and I met the lady, and honestly, it sounded like she could use a break, because we met at a neutral location, and it was close to where her previous home had been. She had lost her home. She lost her job due to COVID, and that was really the only reason that she was even getting rid of these pieces in the first place, was because, frankly, she needed the money. Otherwise, she would have kept them in her collection, because they were her crown jewels. So, yeah, it seemed like she needed a break. She needed somebody to come through for her and buy these figures. So we met, and I paid her for them. Now I'll show you what I got. So the holy grails of horror, in my estimation, consist of Freddy Krueger. This is Syringes Freddy. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. He has no hat on, and he has syringe needles for fingers. So this was a Hot Topic exclusive figure, and it came out after I started collecting. It was already vaulted. Can't get that one anymore. This was a piece that I thought, wow, that's really cool, but I'm probably never going to own it, because I'm never going to spend that kind of money on a figure. And now here I am. So I could show you like a plain Freddy here, so you can see the difference. See, there's Syringes Freddy and regular Freddy. So it's quite a bit different. Quite a bit different. So that was the first one we got. The next figure I got is also Freddy Krueger, and this is the glow-in-the-dark chase figure of Freddy Krueger here. His head glows in the dark when you put UV light on it. I don't think I can show you that here. I'll try and get a good picture at the end of the glow-in-the-dark feature here. And I don't even think you'll be able to see much of a difference with these side by side, because it's just the head is made of a different material here. I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't really look that different, does it? But when you put the UV light on it, it glows right up. So the next figure I got is another chase. It's the bloody chase piece of Leatherface. Leatherface is a pretty tough figure to get in general. That's actually where the missing hole here is, that's where my normal Leatherface lives. So this bloody version has red paint flecks splattered all over him to simulate the blood. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera or not. You can see it across his arms, and the yellow bit of the saw, all of the flecks of red paint for simulating blood. He's got it on his apron, across his mask, on his around his eyes, everywhere there. Don't know that it shows up on camera as good as it does in person. Here's the regular one. We'll see side by side if you can tell the difference. Not too sure, but definitely in person you can see that bloody variant there on that one. That's very tough piece. Now we get into the real big boys. The fourth figure that I picked up is another chase, and it's none other than glow-in-the-dark Michael Myers from the Halloween film series. Whew, this is a pretty pricey piece. So he has the alternate head here, which glows in the dark when you put the UV light on it. This one I think you can kind of tell at a glance. This should show up much better on camera than the difference in the two Leatherfaces did, I think. Let's see. You could see that the normal Michael head is much more gray than the glow-in-the-dark is more of a milky white to that one. And that one glows really great. Again, I'll try and get that glow-in-the-dark shot here at the end for you to see. And finally, the fifth figure I picked up is the big boy. It is Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, also a glow-in-the-dark chase. This is considered the most expensive figure of the 5 that I picked up. I kind of like Michael Myers better, but don't tell Jason because I don't want him to murder me. Don't let him know. So he has the glow-in-the-dark head here too, and I think this one you can probably tell pretty easily the difference between the two here at a glance. Yeah, look at that. It's significantly different, the regular and the glow-in-the-dark head. Very, very different. But that's considered, you know, one of the grails of the grails for chase pieces in the horror line. So you might be saying, well, what the heck? I can still buy Jason, Freddy, and Michael from stores. Well, that's because they're still in production, but those chase pieces are long vaulted. They don't make them anymore. They were hard to find pieces in cases of the normal ones. So that's why they're so hard to get, and the demand is just incredibly high for those right now. Sure, maybe one day they'll drop and I'll feel like a fool that I paid that much money for them. But right now they make me happy, and we had the money to do it. So I just said I really would like to get those in my collection. I collect a number of different lines of Funko Pops, but horror is obviously one of my favorite genres. That's what I have in the background here. I love the horror pieces, and just the ability to get all those from one trusted source at once and not worry about the condition, to be able to see them in person, to know that they weren't fake, that they were somebody who got them from stores back in the day. It just made me, it comforted me. And, you know, I felt at the end of the day, I felt like I did a nice thing for this lady, because she was in a spot and she wouldn't even be selling the figures if she didn't need the money. So it helped her out of her position in life. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think we all need to lend a hand to one another from time to time. Of course, you know, it helped me get figures in my collection too, but it helped her financially. So let's check some values here and see, did I overpay? I don't think so. Could I have done better by being patient and sniping eBay listings? Perhaps, but I'm comfortable with what I paid. So according to the Funko app, which uses the Pop Price Guide for the pricing, we'll go through figure by figure and see what the values are individually and figure out what the total is and compare that to what I paid. So the Freddy with the syringe fingers, the Hot Topic exclusive, comes in at $107 Canadian on the app, which is the equivalent of $85 US. The glow-in-the-dark Freddy comes in at $227 Canadian, which is $180 US. The Bloody Leatherface Chase comes in at $391 Canadian, which is $310 US. Then the glow-in-the-dark Michael Myers figure comes in at $441 Canadian, $350 US. And finally, the Jason Voorhees glow-in-the-dark figure tops out at $517 Canadian on the price guide, which is $410 US. So if you add it all up, it totals $1,683 in Canuck bucks, which is roughly $1,335 in US funds. I paid $1,400 Canadian, which is roughly $1,100 US. So I don't think I did too bad. Hey, hon, we made money. We made money, huh? No, she don't want to hear about that, because I'm not selling them. So when I tell her, hey, this is worth this much, she's like, yeah, when are we selling it? Oh, never mind. So yeah. So there you go. That is officially the most amount of money I have ever spent on the fewest number of toys in my life. 2 decades of collecting toys. Did I get a good deal? Do I care? Will I regret it one day? Is this going to be a sound investment? Will they continue to go up in value? I don't really believe in regrets, because I think that you're always making the decision that you think is the best in the moment. So just looking back at things that you have done is rather silly, because you probably would do it again if you were in those circumstances again, because you thought that was the best decision at the time. And I'm certainly happy to have taken the plunge to get these figures into my collection. I think they look great. Let me show you what the glow-in-the-dark boys look like here now. It's just mwah, chef kiss. They look really great. So yeah, was that a lot of money? Yeah, is my wife gonna let me forget that I spent a lot of money on these? No. So we're gonna make sure we make it up to her, because she's a one of a kind. As rare as some of these Funko Pops are, my wife is the true gem in my life. honey, come watch the video. No, but it's true. She's an amazing person. I've never met anyone like her, and I'm super duper lucky. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.